I want to give our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashon Yahushua, Bashon Kakudash. I want to give double honor to the Apostle Jim Messenger as well. Peace, blessing, salutation to Yakim out there, pushing forth his truth and sincerity. It's pushing more now than ever, and staying in the spirit, staying locked in. And I pretty much just laying back and off Elder Manata Zakba from South Carolina. He made a beautiful lesson through the spirit about these rappers. And he said something, he said, country rappers, rock and roll, salsa. Well, he didn't say salsa, but, you know, um, dembo, merengue, salsa, what other jazz, those, you don't see or hear anything like this. But when you come back to the States with American rap music, this is the whole image that they portray. A lot of, this out brute. And like I said, just look at these guys, I'm just, let me see. My goodness, rappers who are gay. And I'm just gonna scroll down because this is clearly the image that they portray. Let me see. I'm gonna scroll down for a little bit, but they ain't got enough. You got some more. Rapper pass away. All right, so dang, 20 more rapper who died in 2020. So there you go. So I'm gonna start from here and work my way back up. So this is what's going on. This is what they push. Then you have a guy like Young Thug beefing with Lil Nas X. They always throw that in there. They always talk about I fuck your bitch. What is it? Envious, jealousy, hatred, greed, murder. The laws. It's funny because here it is. We as a nation, when you go through the scriptures, it talks about every aspect of what goes on amongst our community, so-called blacks, Negroes, Latinos, and Hispanics. And you go to those churches, all they preach is prosperity, and it sounds just pretty much like a rapper, or a pimp. Because this is all what rappers talk about. That's why, we got this thing in our community that pretty much, when you're a teenager in your early 20s, all you thinking about is money, because pretty much the outlook of life is, if you're a nigga with no money, you just a nobody. But like a lot of men that has, some type of sense been telling, Kevin Samuels and so forth, that they're telling you, men don't really start making money till they're in their 30s and 40s. But it's sad to say, in your 20s, we live in a society where, Esau, we're underneath the curses. So he has us pinned down, because pretty much really our people should be squared away off and, leaving heritage and leaving and building us up while we're young, starting at 12. Because a man becomes a man at 12 and a girl becomes a woman at the age of 12 and up, But, throughout our society, our communities, our neighborhoods, where Jake dwell, this is what's pushed. The family's been broken. The father's out the house. There's no community. Everybody's in distrust. When you go back to the Willie Lynch letter, this is what they push. And this has been a whole decade of just this, Rappers' death recreation. Rappers who died recently. Rappers who sadly died in 2019. List of rappers murdered in 2019. A lot of these, a lot of these guys, a lot of rituals and shit, but like that. But the point is, list of rappers murdered in 2020, and I can keep going. Even when you can go to 2018, 17, 16, and keep going down. A lot of these rappers, you just had Benny the Butcher. He got shot. I don't know if that's a ritual or not. You had Conway, his cousin. He talks about he got shot in his face, shot in his neck. That's why his mouth is twisted to the side. He had Bell palsy. Because he got shot. Timeline of Chicago rappers we lost. Surviving Diddy the Gayest. Let me see. Look at this. Just this stupidity, man. Yeah, 19 more rappers that died in 2021. Why rappers are dying more than ever. Matter of fact, that's the brothers, right? No, I'll take that back. No, that's just a response. Shulaki. Well, there you go. That's, you know, damn, 10 rappers who died in 2021. There you go. This whole, Evil E has penetrated our well, he ever since slavery he had us, pinned down. You can go back to the movie Goodbye Uncle Tom, and it shows you how he used jesters. Pretty much, he took the nigga pretty much that wanted comfortability, comfort and stability. Pretty much wanted some type of lavish lifestyle. He took him amongst the people, and what he pretty much did was he sold his old people out. And they take broken niggas, broken women that's in amongst our community, and they dangle a crumb in front of them. And when you dangle crumbs in front of somebody who don't got nothing, that don't know how to read or don't know nothing, because man, when you really look at how societies run, that street shit doesn't hold nothing to the society, and this is what's constantly being pushed down our throats. That's why, to be honest with you, if all in all, man, you shouldn't really be listening to rap music, because this shit is degrading. It'll destroy your mind. But enough talking. Let me get the scriptures. Let me see real quick. Yeah, right here. Just scroll down. Start off with this. Ephesians 4 and 29. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers. And really all in all, our people, because again, we have nothing to glorify about. Niggas talk about the hood, the block, what they so called own, but these niggas don't run it. They don't own it. They don't, niggas don't even know the whole process of even having, about taxes. E can come through there, jack everybody rent up, and just destroy the property, or let shit just go to waste and then just move niggas out. It's pretty much, man. It's just a mocking show, and it's just so-called blacks with the American rap. It's pretty much just the down. It's just like they're like the scapegoat for crime. So pretty much what when here it is, a so-called white man is blatantly raping, robbing, and murdering across the globe. But since you so-called blacks with the rap music is just pretty much on the out front in the open, is talking about shooting each other, killing each other, murdering, fucking each other, women, and turning your own women out. So pretty much you are the scapegoat for evilness and wickedness, and you are the pretty much a scumbag that everybody that pretty much everybody don't want to even deal with. Other nations of women, they don't want to deal with us. Other nations don't want to deal with us. Why? Because you have this derogatory term on us. Why? Because of the rap music. Because Esau promotes this, and he puts it on the airwaves, drug use and so forth. Just going back. James 3:8. But the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison. And if you don't know, that's why the scripture says, "Not what goeth in the man, what comes out." So if you're not polished in the work of Yahweh Shem Shah, all you're gonna do is just gurgitate and replicate wicked and evilness and death. It says Proverbs 18:20, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. So you're constantly talking about shooting, killing, robbing, stealing, just bringing that wicked. Again, you talking about you the toughest, you the king, you do this, you do that, and when you go out of town, there goes a nigga waiting for him to test you. You know. Let me see. First Peter 3:10. For he that will love life and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil and his lips that they speak no guile. There you go. So if you want to continue living, because you got Jake that come out, what they come out? I got to look over across my shoulder, you know, such and such, such and such, such and such. My heart is getting colder, and, bullshit, man. Why? Because, matter of fact, let me see something real quick. Yeah, and other Manatas, I brought that out. This is very beautiful, because, I actually ride horses, and, it's mighty funny that with a bit you can actually control that horse, make it to go right, left, do tricks, and do so Shalaki, and so forth. But here it is. If you don't know how to rule your tongue, man, your tongue can really get you in a lot of shit and get you damn near hurt or put to death. It's very important how to what you know what's coming out of your mouth, what you're feeding your mind. That's why the scripture talks about being circumspect and knowing what times that we're living in. Because man, oh man, that tongue. Um, Give me one moment. Actually, I had something else I wanted to bring forth, but I forgot. Let me see. Sirach 20. Slip upon the pavement is better than to slip with the tongue, Sort of, yeah. There you go. Yeah, Sirach 20:7. A wise man will hold his tongue till he see opportunity, but a babbler and a fool will regard no time. Oh man, this is Sirach 19:6. He that can rule his tongue shall live without strife, and that's what Jake lives through every day. When you go into the inner cities, the projects, the favelas, the caseríos, even amongst Northern Kingdom, reggaeton was real heavy into slick talking and strife. Um, you know, me bouncing. I've seen a lot of so-called Puerto Ricans, Tribal Ephraim, fighting each other because of reggaeton, that boasting is causing strife. And Jake don't fail to realize, man. That's why they need to turn that rap music off, or limit that shit. Or try to at least listen to some quote unquote decent hip hop. Cause this new shit that's out there is just, man. You got a bunch of 6ix9ine niggas like 6ix9ine that is promoting like they're from the hood. And I watched that Doggy Diamonds and Kareem Johnson, I think, and he even said it, like dudes that really was like out there in in the streets getting busy. They didn't even fuck with rappers because rappers was a fraud. You know, they wasn't really, you know, you didn't really hear about the dudes, you know, dudes that was really out there in the, you know, in the streets. They didn't really want their name to be out there because, you know, they was putting their life in jeopardy. But, you know, I'm not glorifying or none of that. I'm just making a point, you know. Esau buys these niggas and his whole buy these niggas in contract and bonds them, and then to promote that life, but they're not even living it. Living it, you gotta think about it. You know how these niggas selling bricks and keys and all that, and these niggas, you know, look, they supposedly got Lamborghinis and mansions. You know, so I mean, boy oh boy, this is the life we live in. You know, that's why I don't understand why any Jake wants to push or want to be a rapper, because it's all falsehood and lies. Again, it said, "He that can rule his tongue shall live without strife, and he that hateth babbling shall have less evil." And that's what Jake is doing, just babbling and babbling and babbling. I'm you know, rap, I sling them bricks, sling them nicks, you know, and all just a bunch of babble. And when you really look at it, niggas ain't do none of that, man. Niggas is frauds, but that's what they push, you know. And they again they put them niggas on TV. It's like you had Kid Cudi, you know, put the nigga in a dress, and I mean that's like, again, man. Those people that Jake see on TV, you better stop fucking following them. But you know, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.